all right. Here we are after
Yes,
eight.
sir.
After eight, we started off with the smooth sounds of Reflections by Mr. Ronald Coxum and the new album that was just dropped last week called Generations. A little something different for everybody. It's from a musician's perspective, not somebody trying to make money, somebody doing it for the love of music. So
Man,
that's
those and I sound like I heard a sax
yeah,
and some horns
yeah.
and a lot of melodies and man, it sounded good, man.
Yeah, he
It
did all
sounded
that.
good.
That's all him.
Yeah, word,
All him. That's
word.
go ahead, pops. Bro. That's my favorite track
Hey.
on there because it's so, it's
Hmm.
just so mellow that you can like get off
Right,
from
right,
work and you just kick back
right,
and you don't have to turn the
right,
TV on or nothing. You just sitting back and
bro.
like, yo, mind just empty. Only thing
I
that's
would,
in your mind is
I was just thinking about pumping that in the ride. Got my ride
listen.
clean and pumping that. Yes, sir. Getting that, some grooves, man, smooth grooves, man. I like
You
that.
know, you
I like that.
yo, you what you just made me think of is like, like when you watch a movie and you see somebody riding in their whip on the coast or something like
Right,
that, and the
right.
music's in the
That's the
background.
soundtrack. That's the
That's it
soundtrack,
right there. That's
right?
it.
That's
That's
the
it. You made me
soundtrack.
think of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah, yeah. That's what it puts me in the mind of, man. It really
Right,
does.
right. We had to reach out to some of our Hollywood people, tell them, yo, y'all might need to go ahead and throw this on one of your movies,
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, sounds good, man. Sounds
For
real good.
real.
Man, shout out to your pops, man.
Yeah, shout out Ron.
Mm,
Ron C, the,
yes,
the
sir.
Omega,
Hmm.
the Q Dog. I was just telling somebody today about the run in that I had with the Q Dogs at State, messing around with Keyron and them. Bless the Lord, him. Keyron Booth.
Yeah, okay, boo, man.
Man, listen, them boys say, sit down. And I'm like, what? We at the table and the Q say, yo, this our table. We're freshmen, man. You know how it is. Freshmen, you the
Uh-huh.
low end of the totem
Right,
pole. So
right.
they like, this our table. So I'm getting up. I'm all 5'7", 130 pounds of me. I'm getting up. Them
Like
joggers,
that.
right? Them joggers shove me. Sit down. You ain't going nowhere, man. They said this their table, man. They don't need to start. Need to sit down. All right, I'll sit down. You know how it is when you feel like something's about to happen. So you trying to
Yeah,
size up
absolutely.
everybody over there. Well, I don't think I want to take him. And the little short one was short and wide. I said, I really don't want to take him. I think I might take my chances with the taller dude. That joker built like a bulldog. What kind of crap is this? And,
Yeah,
so it was just wild. 'Cause after that,
yeah. Uh-huh.
they decided they weren't going to try to do anything, and they were with some girls, and one of the girls was looking at me, and she's like, come here. What are you doing with those guys? I said, those are my boys right there. She said, you don't need to be around them. They're gonna get you in trouble. Come over here and sit with me. Let's me and you go over here.
Huh?
Say word. Yeah. I was like,
See,
hey fellas, I'll be right over here if you need me. They look at me like, how in the
absolutely,
world?
absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know. Senior at
Them
that.
was, hey, that's even better.
Right.
Even better. Absolutely, man.
College days. College days. So how
Man,
things going
90.
with you this week so far, man?
Oh, man. Just, working on the grind. But I gotta say, man, I think I'm about politically out of things, man. You know, I'm just ready for it to be over
Yeah.
at this point. You know, um, I'm glad football's back. Did you see any college games last week?
No, I didn't catch
You see
anything
no
really.
college
I
games?
said that's got to be this week here that I'm coming up. By the time I remember it, it was a college Saturday. I think
Word.
I did see like about half a quarter of Georgia and Clemson,
Okay, yeah,
and
Georgia
and
whooped
that
that
was after
ass.
halftime. Yeah, after halftime, it was
Hmm.
it was a mollywop.
Yeah, yeah. Georgia ain't number one for nothing. So that's
They
just
put
it,
that
man. Just
thing
chill
thing
out.
on
Oh, did they? But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
them.
Dabo doesn't want to recruit from the transfer portal, but everybody
Hmm.
else is.
Right.
and some of your top players last week were transfers, bro. So in order to compete now on the college football landscape, you gotta recruit out the transfer portal
Right.
because you got some big time kids and want to go to other schools. So, but yeah, man, I'm just glad football's back. I'm ready for the pro season, but I'm not excited about it. If it comes, hey, it's gonna be good to have football on, but I'm not into it this season, not yet anyway. But
Till
it's
you
gonna be
see
good
how
to have it
things
back.
play out.
Right, right. I think that's more or less what I feel. Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to see what these boys gonna do. I'm tired of them doubting Tomlin. Only thing that I hate is that I hate that Pittsburgh normally starts out the season kind of slow majority of the years, and
Hmm.
they even did like that under Cowher. But
Hmm.
then they
Hmm.
build up steam. But we can't start out slow this year, ending the year how we ended with
No, no, because the
Cincy,
AFC is
Cincy.
stacked.
Yeah, but our last
The
six
AFC is
games
stacked.
are like the Ravens twice, the Eagles, the Chiefs, um, I think
Ooh,
Cincy and Cleveland.
it's a
Those are the last
gauntlet.
six games.
That's
It's
a
a gauntlet.
gauntlet right there.
Yeah, yeah. So
Damn.
we can't start off slow because we don't want it to where we need all six of those games.
Right on the back end of the season and the schedule's strong or heavy.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely, man. I'm just hoping that I know Russ will probably be the bridge quarterback this year, and we'll see what happens. I
Oh,
don't
we
know.
have somebody else just
I
jumped
think
in.
yeah, I think Justin should be starting, but I'm not the head coach, so
Circle
we'll see.
K, my man Circle K up in the hand.
Mo, what's
Hey,
up,
what's
bro?
up, guys?
What's going on?
Chilling. What's
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
Circle K? Yeah, we hear you good. You know you got all that
Hmm.
equipment.
I know he got a studio, fucking
Right.
Star Wars astronaut ship shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He piloted the Millennium Falcon over there.
Hmm. Hell yeah.
My dude,
Got all
my
these
dude.
lights and gadgets and shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta get like him, man. We gotta get like him. We gotta have a little
I'm working
studio
on it.
built in. Yeah,
Working on it. Working on
yeah.
it.
I get this back room straight. It's gonna have the
Hmm.
acoustics and everything.
Working on it.
It's all good. So what's going on good?
Ain't too much happening, man. What's been up with you, bro?
Grinding.
Blinding? What you
Grinding. That's
talking about?
clips over there.
Grinding? Oh, yo,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
clips over
definitely that.
there. He grinding.
Definitely that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm grinding. Yeah, Lori had to dip out early, Derek.
Uh huh.
Needed her back up there, and we linked up. So I pushed that shoot to when she gets back. I don't know when. It'll be a while because she's working on that big project.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything cool. She gave me a lot of feedback, about my brand, and she really said some deep stuff. So, far as I could share it with you, because she sent me some. She's like, hey, can you edit these pictures for me? I said, yeah, no problem. So I edited it to her, edited the picture and sent it to her. Then, so she was like, she said also in LA. They only offer 2 edits in a professional setting, so the rest needed to be paid for, typically ranging from $15 to $25 per photo. And it says, especially as you starting, being contacted from the agent. So she submit those photos I took over the weekend to the agency here in Nashville. I've been getting some burn calls. I call them burn calls. Trying to link up. Then also two, she said they give a package deal, like one look for 100, 2 looks for 300, and two looks for 300, 3 looks for 500, etc. And is it also considered beauty shot studios? So she sent some pictures of beauty shots. She gave me a lot of information and downloaded. She said, they're watching you now, right? Because number one, a couple people try to critique my photo and whatsoever, and she said, don't even worry about that because because the first question she asked her what school he went to, and he self-taught, and he got quiet. you know. Oh yeah.
Mm.
So it got quiet. So yeah, the next month I'll go ahead and pick up my Sony FX3 or 30. It's a cinema camera. So I'm gonna start doing videos and stuff like that. So she said she'll help me do the editing. So I was like, all right, now I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire. But she said, no, you know I got you. So that's all I need to hear. Also too about the Sundance Film Festival here in Nashville. We
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, so she's like, yeah, make sure
When is that, Quan? When is that Sundance Film Festival?
So it was like October. If I remember, I think she said it was October the 3rd to the 5th. But I'll get back with you most definitely. And like I told Derek, like I told him, I said, man, and, you want to come down, just let me know. I mean, it crashed, ain't no big deal. You know what I mean?
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you, I can tell you exactly. Let me go back and see where.
Yo, Nashville popping too, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's what I've been hearing, man. That's what I've been
Nashville's
hearing.
popping, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
So Nashville, boy.
So she had a bunch of friends up here, from Hollywood, and it's like, who's this person? Who's this person? But yeah,
Man, you absolutely got to keep me updated on the dates for that Sundance Film Festival.
oh yeah.
Saturday, October 5th.
Yeah,
It's gonna be the 5th.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we chopped it up. We chopped it up because like I'm telling Derek, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get, because we're supposed to do Uncle Nearest this weekend. So trying to get Faith Weaver. You know who Faith Weaver is? She's the CEO of Uncle Nearest. You probably see her on commercials and TV shows and stuff like that.
What's her name?
Faye Weaver.
Faye Weaver.
Yeah, she's the CEO of Uncle Nearest, and then Miss Edie, she's the great granddaughter of Uncle Nearest, and she's a brewmaster. Not brewmaster. It's something like that, master. But yeah, other than that, man, it's been a while when trying to get this up, and then we talked about people had to do people like do sip and paint, right? So I kind of twisted and gonna be sip and shoot. So with her hosting, assisting me, and she hosting it. And what happened, what it is I get a group of photographers. Personally, I want like 5 photographers and have it set up, like in a circle, everybody back to back, you know what I'm saying? And people come in, either we'll provide the SD card or the JPEG, jump drive, have the setups as far as the frames, how much it's going to cost, get with some local vendors here, do with wine. I know I got 2 people I know that we were close. So to get them to come out and donate some, wines or whatsoever, it's going to be like a whole package deal. And DJ, if I got a friend who's, very, professional and experienced on the, doing pictures and videos, just have a little short session, how wide, Q&A, why I do this, and that, and third, and do a little modeling set. Local barber, I had 2 barbers, and I know 2 female makeup artists, so they have them on deck. So there's a lot in my head trying to get this thing up and running. Of course, when I mentioned it to her, she's like, you know what? That's what it is. That's what it is, and flex on how she is. So, but yeah.
That's what's up, bro. You gotta grind, man. That's the only way you gonna get it up off the ground and get it going. Gotta grind.
Yeah, but
much success to you, brother.
But like I told her, I said, she's like, why? She asked those questions. So why you got the website out? And I told her why. I told her why. I said, because it's like, and I use this analogy. You say, it's like me being a cowboy. Once you get on top of that bull, and you feel like I stay on it for 8 seconds, right? So once you open that gate, that's it. You got to hold on the ride, and then that's what happened this weekend. With me taking all those pictures of her and getting all the exposure, and she got listen. I mean, food. I think I took over like 2,000 shots of the all around and edited some of it, and then folks reaching out, her agent reaching out, her manager reaching out. The company that the dress she wore, they reached out and was like, hey, can you model some couple of more pieces and this and that. And guys asking questions that what editing program I'm using, or just trying to critique what I'm doing. Well, like I said, man, listen, 2 years and this 2 years in, man. Imagine if I had 10 to 15 years in, but this is 2 years in. Just looking at a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff like that. People always think about is the camera. Yeah, it's the camera, but it's the glass. It's the lens that you got to have that pop, make it look like 3D, real, 3D. I got a good bunch of pictures from when I went home a couple weekends ago. Listen, this is real crazy. So I went to Carlton Prep high school football game. Carlton Prep was playing St. John out of Moncks Corner. Man, I took some dope pictures. I didn't edit them yet, but I didn't post them yet. But once I do, I'm gonna drop them. And then the school I went to, Cross, they had a game Saturday morning. I call it the rec league, but I took some pictures out there too. So I'm just trying to be versatile. But that coach,
I was about to ask you if you took sport shots and action.
Oh man, I got that. Listen, you look on the side. You look on the side of the NFL. I bought 2 NFL. I call them NFL lens. So yeah, I got those lenses, man.
Them big ones they have on the sideline that you got to hold with 2 hands and shit. Big boys. Yeah.
Lauren said, "Oh my God, you got a paparazzi." So man, say yeah. So yeah. So it's all good.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what. Hold on, let me flip this real quick. But I'm gonna tell you what. That's good. Let me tell you what messed with me, right? So the culture. We want to talk about culture as far as the high school game, Friday Night Light. We out there with our family and friends, chilling and smiling and whatsoever. So let me tell you about the culture on the other side, right? On the other side, so. Only time you see somebody who's not playing on the field behind the home touchdown, the end zone, right? So only time you see somebody there is that when those guys come out the locker room, they rush the field and stuff like that, right? So man, Carlton Prep, bro, I'm gonna tell you this. This is one of the most sickest thing I ever seen. And not sick like it was sick, but sick like it has been chills, down my body, but just still talking about it. So imagine Walterboro Bulldogs coming out there, breaking the paper, coming through the end zone into the field and whatsoever. So behind the end zone, the home end zone, you got all the alumni sitting there with beach chairs, just chilling, watching the game like that.
Yeah.
So I got a whole listen.
Prep.
Exactly. So exactly. So, but that culture, we need to. I don't know how we gonna do it or whatsoever, but we need to adapt. Adapt and adopt that culture for Friday Night Lights. Man, even
I'm gonna tell you now, Quan, I don't mean to cut you off, brother. But them niggas in Walterboro ain't gonna do that shit. They're not gonna do that shit. Nah.
Yeah, I know, man.
Their mindset ain't gonna let them do no shit like that.
Yeah,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And
so
they're stuck in one. They're stuck.
And also too, you got them coaches. You gonna have them parents as coaches up there talking all the trash. So yeah, but
in order for that cultural change to happen, I think it would have to be like a lot of the people that moved off come back in and invite others that still live here. You know what I'm saying? Say, yo, me and this group of people, we about to sit out there, we about to set it off for the youngins. Yo, you use the play. Come on out here with me, and then we gonna sit in groups out here, and we gonna do that. I think that would be probably the best way.
Matter of fact,
Man,
Johnny,
I don't
you
think them niggas in Walker gonna do that shit.
no. Listen, no. Not even listen. It don't have to be like the This let me scale it back. This let it just be the athletes, all the alumni athletes who played.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know,
Okay. Now I can see that. I can see
you
that.
know, during homecoming. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Yeah.
You get the chairs, you
I
sit
can
out
see that.
there. You know, it's like you tailgating inside the out of the end zone.
But check this out, Kwame. You got to
Mhm.
have a product on the field for people to come see. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
It
I'm
helps.
just gonna peel back the layer a little bit.
No, I
If
know,
I'm
man.
gonna come out there and support the team, for me it has to be.
I got you.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be embarrassed. Fuck that.
I feel you. I feel on that.
You know.
I'm
sure Cross got a pretty good team. Y'all used to keep a good team in Cross.
Yeah, them boys 2-0 right now.
Yeah. Y'all got a good product up there.
That
makes a difference.
And then this weekend here is called the Rice Bowl. My two cousins, they're coach. You know what I'm saying? One cousin is the coach at Cross, and the other cousin is the coach at Timberland High School. So it's the battle of the Rice.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's my boy Big Six right there. Big Six, what's up, man?
Yeah, he's sneaking in.
I can't hear you, man. Turn your volume up, bro.
He's sneaking in like COVID coming back.
Man, I'm just listening to Kwame, man. I'm just sitting here chilling.
I know, man. That's why I said what's up to you, bro. What's been going on, man? What's happening with you?
Man, I've been chilling, man. Just taking care of the kids and doing my thing.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know that. I know you got school back in and cut down on that grocery bill.
Here you go. Here we go.
No. To be honest with you, when it comes to Mariah and Michaela, it ain't that bad because they you know what I'm saying, they eat small stuff. Now them older two, I'm glad they got their own place.
Yes, sir.
With Michaela, it's about your snacks that you be trying to hide.
Yeah.
You can't hide them snacks, bro. You run out of places to hide them, man. They gonna sniff exactly. They're gonna eventually find them.
Man,
they're gonna eventually find them.
You know, my kids didn't eat like Raisin Bran and the cereal. So what I used to keep the box, and whatever I buy, I put it in that box. So, you know.
They get hungry enough, they say, I put some sugar on that raisin. Oh, look what I found in here. It's a wrap then. That's how I used to be. So that's how I know.
Yeah. So I caught the tail end. You know, we talk about the Bears, and your boys gonna be on this year, man.
What do you say?
I said I caught the tail end when you and G was talking about the Chicago Bears. I said y'all guys gonna be all right this year.
I doubt it, man.
You think so?
I've seen this movie before.
Yeah. Hey, did you?
I don't. Next year, I doubt this season. You know, we'll probably make some noise. But I'm looking down the road. We'll be better. You know.
Did you
quarterback? You know.
Did you have the opportunity to watch Devin Haslam the little special they had 30 for 30 on him?
On who now?
On
Devin Hester?
Yeah, Hester.
Devin Hester. Yeah. I forget everything Devin Hester.
But let me make you laugh. So out of the whole time watching it, I keep seeing my cousin pop up because he was in that group too, Rod Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Lovey Boy. Yeah, he was Lovey Boy. But his time coming up. His time coming up for his ring because he was a special team. But you know, he already got 3 rings with Kansas City. So
that's what's up.
Yep. And you wanted
That's
me to
what's
come up
up.
the games up there, but I said, bro, it's too cold. I can't do that.
Yeah, that Hawk up there, boy.
The last game I went,
Serious Hawk.
listen, the last
For real.
game, the last game I went, and he was playing, it was Chicago. I think it was Chicago playing the Eagles, and it was at Soldier Field. That's no
Mm.
sir. I had on thermals, sweatpants, jeans, a triple fat goose. Man, listen, I said, nah, I couldn't do that.
It's better to watch it on TV, yo.
Okay, yeah.
Imagine if they have a game, one like the Ice Bowl.
Mm-mm.
I'm not
Oh
going.
no! Oh no!
I'm not going. I spend enough time in the cold weather. Y'all better put me in a dome. You know what I'm saying? Even then, I had to
Watch it
think
from
about
the
it because I
living
have to
room,
leave
though.
the dome.
So that's why Nashville building a new stadium. And so it's gonna be a dome because those inclement weather and still can go on. I mean, I ain't knocking it. Knocking it. The true football fans, you want to be out there, shirt off in the cold. Hey, that's them.
Fuck that.
Speaking of Nashville, y'all seen that documentary about Steve McNair?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
man, that thing was good, boy.
Yeah. I didn't see all of it, but I need to rewind and watch it. Because I was watching the Emperor of what's called a Park with Forrest Whitaker, and he's supposed to be a judge, but that's real good.
That's on what channel that's on? Forrest
That's,
Whitaker.
that's on MGM or whatever it's called channel.
Oh, okay.
It's real good. It's real deep.
I'm about to catch that. I'm definitely
Damn,
check
Yeah,
that
I
out.
like Forrest Whitaker in films, man.
Yeah,
He heavy dude, man.
yeah.
Drew,
He heavy dude
Drew,
in them flicks, man.
Oh
hey,
yes,
What's
man.
up?
Drew, you heard what OG said? He said, "What channel? No, what app?"
Eh.
You man, he like a boy. I know you were talking
Hey, man. Yeah, I was born in the 70s, man. What you want me to do, bro?
Boy, hey, boy, I ain't seen that in a long time. What channel? Like, what app?
Hey, well, yeah, y'all remember when we was coming up, there's only 3 channels, 2, 4, and 5, nigga.
That's
You
it.
might catch 3 every now and then.
And
Oh,
Yeah.
CBS.
And guess what happened at 12 o'clock? What happened at 12 o'clock?
And dun, dun, dun,
They're gonna be
dun,
frying on your ass, boy.
Sign
national anthem, and then some snow.
Yeah,
That's when it's time. That's when you know it's time to go to bed. Time to put
Right.
your ass to bed.
Man, I told some young dudes that I said, yo, I remember when TV went off. They said, what you mean TV went off? I said, yo, all right, when the news come on, it's a late night show, and the national anthem come on, and TV went off. This time,
Off.
it went off. That means it's time to go.
Johnny, either was Johnny Carson
Time to go to
and
bed. Okay.
AG. If you lucky enough, you turn to that with the UF something channel, and you get Benny Hill.
Yeah.
And then you had the bougie family members who had cable. It's like, oh, your TV don't go off? Oh, dang.
Right. They had them
Yeah,
boxes, that
nah.
clickety clack
Yeah.
box. You hear all night, clank, clank, clank.
Quit turning them channels in there.
What you in there watching? Nothing.
Yeah.
And then everybody had a needle nose pliers trying to turn when the tumbler got missing.
Hey, y'all know how you can get a Fire Stick and you can jailbreak it and you can watch anything, right?
Yep. Don't I know it?
Remember when they used to take the satellite cards and zap it?
Yep.
Oh,
And you had all the channels.
oh yeah, especially if a Mike Tyson fight come on. Oh, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, everybody at your house. You better get there quick because most of them fights didn't last long.
Oh,
You're right.
None of them did. None of them.
No, man. None of it lasts long. But huh?
No, go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out this, right? we all, we talk, we touch about the old times when we growing up, and and life is to me, and it's me talking. Life to me is like a relay. So I'm trying to figure out who dropped the baton for the going to these kids now, because they have zero value for life, zero respect for anybody. They don't respect itself. So when we can say when that baton was dropped.
with our
I would
generation.
with my generation, you know what I'm saying? I graduated in '02. Like my age range and stuff like that, we dropped it because I put say we dropped it, but the ones after us, oh, it's a wrap.
I would
Well,
say it. Well, I
I
would
don't.
link
Oh,
his
go ahead. Go
generation
ahead.
to ours. I would put Josh's generation with ours because it's a lot of our peers who raise their kids to say, "Oh, don't worry about what anybody outside this house has to say," and at the same time, the people in that house were not correcting those kids, and it started out slow. It didn't start off in masses. It started off slow, but it was dropped with us, in my opinion.
What up, G?
Well, yeah, I can say some of Gen X did. Some of us did drop the ball, myself included. Um, However, I think society, the whole society shift, had something to do with it
Okay, that's what
because
I was looking at. Go ahead.
right, because we didn't grow up in a social media generation. There were kids born now that don't know a world without computers. So that's the disconnect right there.
Not
They
now.
they see they
G
see
now.
everything now. What we seen at 21, they're seeing at 10 and 11 years old.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they
And
got access to a lot more information.
half of me don't know how to
That's
write in cursive.
But
right.
we also gotta keep in mind that in our generation was the biggest drug influence in our growing up.
Hmm.
So, that created such a rift in the household that a lot of us
Right.
carried that we didn't break that cycle. And
They hit
then
the
a
black
lot of us,
community hard, man.
yes,
They
we
really
didn't
did.
understand, we didn't have the foresight to
Right.
see ahead. So like I said in one of the other shows we had, like when it came to going to church, a lot of people thought that going to church was just for, the whatever it is, just listening to the preacher, but it was
Hmm.
deeper than that. It was where
Right.
you actually had a connection with the community. Because after church,
Hmm.
most people didn't just go home.
It
You
Nope.
was a
sat and
social
you
gathering.
exactly
It
with
was a
it for the
social place.
community that you did not, since there
Right.
was no social media.
Hmm.
That was our social moment with
Right.
those that we weren't in school with, that people that our
Hmm.
parents didn't work with and didn't get a chance to see and get a lot of things going. And we didn't see that. We looked at it as, oh, I didn't like going to church because I didn't want to
Hell
go.
no. I ain't gonna
Because I
go.
didn't want to go, but they didn't see the
I
deeper
still don't
meaning
like going.
behind it.
And
Fuck that.
another thing, you know how if we act like how these kids act up, if we act up and somebody know our parents, or we was getting checked on site, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
So
told our parents, and then we caught something worse when we got to the house. It's like now, if you correct a kid or stuff like that, the parents be like, "Don't talk to my kid like that." What?
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I say with us, it
Yeah.
was pretty much the beginning of the end of the village raising a child. Because, like I
Yeah.
said, a lot
Yeah.
of us as kids did not.
Yeah.
We had a lot of young people having kids and not understanding the value of having that community, keeping that child responsible for themselves consciously. Because I mean, if you go out and you can do whatever you want to do, you're going to do it. But if you go out there knowing I can't go down the block and do this, I can't go across town and
Mm-mm.
do this, I can't.
Eyes was on your ass,
Eyes is
bro.
on you everywhere, and you
Hmm.
never know who knew your parents. They might,
Right.
because they can look at you and say, "Oh, that's such and such boy." You know how many
Hmm.
times have I heard you look like your mama? So you know what I'm saying. They
Hmm.
see me, and all it takes is, "Hey, who's that boy? That's Joy's son right there." Yeah, he looked just like. So now their eyes on me, and they have a direct line. I know Joyce. Now, hey, your son over here on the block. No, he ain't doing nothing. He just over, and this happened to me. He just over here playing pinball, playing pool, whatever. No, I keep my eyes on him, and
So,
Right.
so that
Yeah.
shows, right? So all of that telling us the backing of what they were saying is take a village to raise this child.
yes,
So
because
that,
it also takes a village to protect that child, and
yep.
that's the part they don't. That's not said often because that was protection. There was no way that someone's going to come out of left field and grab a child and do whatever to a child when you have that many adults that know the parents or
We had
grandparents or
communities back
uncles.
then. We had a
Exactly.
community. Yeah.
You can't grab them now because boy, look here.
They might be packing.
Okay, back
Yeah.
So
to
But
work.
check it out. This one fundamental difference I wanted to piggyback on before we move on.
mhm.
What I the what I noticed the difference between our generation and the younger generation, we weren't as reckless as those jokers are, man. The younger
Not in
generation,
masses.
right? We weren't reckless like they are. They have no regard for authority, laws, policy, being
Human
prompt
life.
on time, nothing.
They
Yeah.
But at
make
least we had substance, and even if we didn't take what the older person was telling us, we would listen. We would stop. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. We was taught that.
So I'm gonna
So
ask
and
you a
then
that's the
question.
and
I'm
then
gonna
they
ask you a
make
question.
right.
I'm gonna ask all y'all a question. Who raised them?
Single mothers.
Okay, which generation?
The TV raised them.
That too.
Yeah. So either way,
That
they weren't raised the same. But then we had to look
mm-mm.
at whose responsibility it was to raise them.
their parents
Well,
being the their parents being a friend to them instead of being a parent.
right.
Right.
And let's
Because
face it. Let's face it. The out of child wedlock rate in the black community is 80%. So I'm gonna let that number speak for itself.
Not only that, how they jacked up on property, rent, gas, groceries, and whatsoever. Back then, man, my dad, you know, mama had to work because that income
Right.
could take care of the whole household. Next
Okay.
time, oh man, you can't do that now.
Okay.
It takes two incomes to to
Might
manage.
take three, bro.
Yeah,
Shit. High as shit is
And
now.
then you know how back in the day or wherever our generation we did a little side hustle. It doesn't matter if it's mowing the yard or stuff like that. These kids are scamming. They don't care about jail. They gonna
For
say, yo,
real.
I can get $50,000 or I'm going ahead and get it. Now don't get me wrong now. I mean, if you can get it without going to jail, then go ahead and do your thing. But I'm like, I can't take that risk.
No. Hell, I'm in my 50s. I go behind them
Yeah,
walls now. I ain't coming
yeah,
back out.
yeah. And then here's the
Fuck
trip
no.
part. Here's the trip part. If you scam a bank or something like that, you get more years than you robbing a bank.
Okay.
and see, things have changed because at one time, as the laws had it, where blue collar crime got the lesser time. But now they've understood that okay, now those that had those other crimes are trying to lean towards more blue collar crime. So we're gonna have to put more time on that, because there's not a lot of us who are in the hedge fund business. Like what's his
Hell
name,
no.
Bertie Madoff, to scam people out of millions.
Yeah.
You know what
Them
I'm
rich
saying? That we're
motherfuckers.
not. A lot of us aren't in those positions, so
Mm,
they still want to give the lesser amount of time to those who look like them.
And then
okay.
Drew, he would have never got caught if the housing market didn't crash. That
See,
man, that man would have never got caught if the housing market didn't crash. If the housing market didn't crash, that man was up here scamming.
Big time.
big time.
But
He
check it
That's
would
a
out.
have.
Speak this y'all brought up crime. Drew, you brought up crime just a little while ago, and I want to speak on crime. Y'all seen the cases with the illegal immigrants in Denver and Miami taking over apartment complexes with these big fucking guns,
no,
and ain't no
Yeah,
police in
yeah,
sight. Ain't
yeah.
no police in sight. Police ain't even doing that to these motherfuckers, man.
But
They
OG,
coming and kicking people out their apartments and shit with big guns, bro. Illegal immigrants now. Now, if you
but
know those are some brothers doing that shit, you know what would
Man,
happen.
listen.
You know what
Everybody
would
be
be
stretched
the.
out.
Come on, man. Let's be honest now. If we gonna
National
speak from
Guard
an
all up in
honest
there.
point of view, if that was some black people, you know what would happen.
Yeah.
You're right.
Come on now. I can't believe this shit.
Marines and
See,
all
they
that.
act big and bad. See, the boys in blue act big and bad with us on the street. They like attacking us when we ain't even got no weapons. Yeah, I'm gonna
and
say
then
it.
and
Yeah,
then another thing,
but when
OG,
these migrants come with big guns, they ain't nowhere to be found. They,
another thing,
man, cowards, man,
Because they
another
know what's gonna happen with
cowards though.
the ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing to lose.
They
That's
kick us in the teeth. They kick us in the mouth in the streets, and we don't have weapons. They shoot us and kill us. We don't have weapons. But these illegal immigrants taking over apartment complexes, and ain't no police inside. Man, come on. What am
another
I voting for? What y'all want me to vote for? What am I voting for here?
another thing, OG. They going into the that neighborhood. They not coming to the hood. They not like let's be honest. They not coming to the hood. There ain't no illegal immigrants coming to Walterboro and say, "Oh, we about to take over Walterboro." Oh
No,
no.
they ain't coming there. But the fact that somebody able to do this in
Yeah,
the United
yeah,
States, dog.
Right.
yeah.
On
When
this
you
turf.
know, right? When you know if it was anybody else, how things would be. Come on now. And they giving these motherfuckers money coming over here.
Yep.
But
5
I ain't
years.
gonna get
Give
my
'em-
blood pressure up tonight. I ain't gonna get my blood pressure up
I ain't
tonight.
gonna. Don't do it. Don't do
Nah,
it.
I ain't gonna do it, man. I ain't gonna do
Yeah, give money tax free for 5 years. Then what they do? They go get their cousins to come over, and
it.
then
Man.
over in their name 5 years tax free,
But
and
them
keep this.
people, but them people in the Middle East get more. They come over here and they set up shop in the hood, and then they get busted, and they put the stores and everything in their little kids' name and finesse the
Nah,
system.
any kids, there's a cousin. You got to be a certain age to have
Oh
that.
no 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 no! They figured that junk out because I'm gonna be honest with you. Can you name me like when it comes to gas stations, like not major gas stations, but a gas station? Can you name me like a gas station owned by Americans?
I mean, you got small family business. I mean,
Yeah,
but the
Not
majority
a
of
lot of them. Not a lot of them.
Hey,
they
we
come.
know a majority of them is West Indies or from India and stuff like Pakistan or whatever. Yeah, we know that.
So here's my question: why is it that such a lucrative field is being allowed to be run by non-Americans?
Because we can't act right. We get money. You know how we
No,
act.
but I'm saying it's enough for them. It's
Yeah.
enough for them to still run these businesses. So we have the hotel industry, we have a lot of gas stations, and we see it. Why
Hmm.
aren't we getting into it? Is it because
The
it's
crab in the barrel.
easier for them? Well, that's one, but you know what I'm saying? Why is how okay, let me break this down another way. We've seen over time how we have not been allowed to do certain things. Every time we
Hmm.
get something started, there have been laws to come, whether they're on the books or not, laws to come and stop us. There have been people that have been to come and stop us with the law having their back and everything else. Now, out of
Hmm.
all the groups, you're going to have a group that you are basically importing in here and
Hmm.
allowing them to
Hmm.
control these. We're talking about $1 billion business, gasoline
Hmm.
and hotels.
Yeah.
Right.
That's $1 billion. Those are $1 billion business, not a million, $1 billion businesses.
Hmm.
But they're allowed. Why are they allowed that
It's all
much control over those businesses by the powers that be? Is there
it's all
something
about
else?
that
Is something else underneath that
almighty
we're not
dollar, man.
seeing? But
It's
It's
what
all
all.
is it
about that
underneath that we're
money.
not seeing?
It's also what OG said back in the day. Can we come together can we as black people like legit come together and do this thing? But like you said, you know, I don't like to use the word. Niggas is not gonna do that.
Niggas not gonna do it, and it ain't no solution, Drew.
It's
They
got to
go
be a
feel
solution. It's got to be
Ain't
small.
no
We got to start small, man.
ain't no solution, man. Let's
because
face
they
it.
get mad because you got a
If
bigger.
it was a solution, don't you think we'd find it by now?
We found it, but finding it and applying it are two different things.
What is it?
So we got to stop worrying about the mass, doing it in mass, and start off small and show others that it can be done. And
That
we
ain't
had
even
to. They had
happening.
to. It's happening, but we're not getting. See, a lot of people want the fanfare. You got to do it for the right reason. You know,
And they ain't gonna do it. Let's
attention is
face it,
that new
man.
drug. It's that new drug. Being that we
The
have
black
social media,
community is done, Drew. I know, man. I hate to say it
I
too.
ain't
I hate
giving
to
up.
face it. The
Drew,
black community is
Drew,
done. We don't
Drew,
want to listen to nobody. Nobody
Drew.
can tell us nothing. We think we know every fucking thing, especially if we went to college. We think
Drew,
we know every fucking thing. And shit. Go ahead, Big Six.
Drew, I ain't gonna lie to you now. If you ain't noticed, all in South Carolina, they putting up these houses, these communities, random spots that used to be the country, the hood, and stuff like that. They putting them up like it's water.
yeah,
Oh, the
because
migrant farms and all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
because your family failed to pay their dang on taxes, and then
yeah.
people
Bullshit.
sit there and watch their finazzle.
Bullshit.
Because
And they
nobody
sell it,
wanted to pay their money. Yeah.
and they
That's what
sell
it
it.
is. You get mad because they come in and buy up all the property and build up, the little community, bring all their families. Man, listen,
No
you
Yeah,
don't.
foresight.
those taxes were raised for a reason, though, Quan. They were put
Man,
exponentially high for a reason, to where
But
they knew most of our people couldn't. They knew that.
I
Oh
They
put
knew
that
Lord,
that.
on. I put some of that on the previous
It's systemic.
generations who
Yeah, the
didn't who
baby boomers.
didn't who didn't impress upon us the importance of keeping land and houses
Mm-hmm.
within the
Mm-hmm.
family. Yeah, they
man,
just did it and
The
they
baby
expected us
boomers.
to automatically know that this is how it's supposed to be done. They didn't give us the reasons and make it important to us because it's just something that we thought would always be there. You know, we growing up, we thinking, okay, we know that you own a house. We don't know about the taxes. We don't know about the upkeep. We don't know about
Right.
any of this until we're already fighting for our lives.
We
And
were
whether you're
told to
in
stay in a
college,
child's place.
well, not only that, I'm saying we're in college or coming out of college, and we don't have the money to do XYZ, and we're not
Right.
when we do have the money, we don't figure it out until it's too late.
man, listen. Back
Most of
then,
the time.
we was brought up to either finish. And Johnny said this a long time ago on one of our podcasts. So we was taught to get out of high school, military, work at the local factory, white picket fence.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That was the level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was the level that we was taught.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I'm gonna say I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. That was the poison that integration put into our community
Right.
because
I
no
wholeheartedly agree, Drew. I
because before
wholeheartedly
that we kept the family houses, we kept the family land.
agree.
If that man and that woman had 10 kids and all of them worked, they put together the money, and if they had kids, those kids said, oh, mom and daddy doing this Y Z, that means that when it's my turn, I have to take up the slack from where they left off if they can't do it anymore. We all putting in on this, but once we got to the integration field, well, that's not important to me because what's
Right.
important to me is image.
Right. Gaining access
Image.
to where the white folks go. That's all I want.
That's
So
it.
we can
That's it.
blame a lot of this on the baby boomers too, our
Yeah.
parents, because when when I tell black people I ain't voting this year, oh, your ancestors died for you to vote. No, they didn't. No, they did not. They died to gain access to where the white folks were going. All those sitting at the counters and whites only. That's why they fought for
Yeah.
integration. They fought for integration. They didn't fight for my right to vote. And there ain't no law on the book say I have to vote. Is there a law saying I have to vote.
Not at
No,
all.
no.
Not
They
at
fought
all.
for us to have the right to vote, not for us to have to vote.
It's not
They
mandatory.
gave us the
And I tried
opportunity,
to
right? They gave us the opportunity to vote,
opportunity to vote.
just like
You know,
who, like once again, just like who they wanted to vote, just like them.
right?
Now, when it comes to
But
voting,
we earned our right to vote. Now they didn't give it to us. You know, we fought for that one. Now we did. But
when it
our ancestors didn't die for us to vote. No.
no, when it comes
They
to
did fight. Now they did fight, but they didn't die for us
when
to
it
vote.
comes to voting, OG, I saw it firsthand this summer in Orangeburg, South Carolina. All black people didn't like the sheriff. They didn't like the sheriff or wherever he was doing corrupt stuff. And you had another candidate give him a chance. Guess who got reelected?
Same dude, just
It
like Jim
was,
Clyburn.
and then it was this is the trip part that had surprised me was that this said it has 80,000 voters in Orangeburg County, and this man got 20,000 votes, and the other dude only got 6,000 votes. I was like, bro, I said, you know what? I said, so if this sheriff or wherever arrests anybody in your family, don't complain. Don't complain.
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
not complain.
and that's where we can make the biggest impact on the local level.
Yes,
You
yes,
know, that's where we can make the biggest impact with voting, man.
yeah. Them, the
On the
judges,
local level. Yeah.
judges,
Your elected officials.
like school board
Hmm.
members and all that.
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
they didn't want to listen. They said, nah,
My
I
thing
Mm-mm.
is,
They ain't gonna listen, bro.
I see the local level just like the national level. I need to know who I'm voting for.
no,
You
Drew.
understand?
I
When
agree.
you're putting these commercials out, and I see the majority of commercials are mudslinging, and it's not okay. That's cool. We know what the part that you're against of your opponent. Now tell me what you're for. And when you repeatedly put out negativity about your opponent instead of telling us the positivity that you want to bring, that says something to me.
Yeah.
That says to me that you're not
Yeah.
really trying. You just want the office for whatever benefits it is, not to do anything with the office. So it all
Yeah.
it all
I
turns
feel
me
you.
off until I can find somebody that I can back to say, look, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to happen. And I know that
Hmm.
once someone gets elected, it's not saying they can automatically just do this, that, and the third. I know there's a process. I understand that. A lot of people want them to get in the office on Monday, and by Tuesday they want, especially a lot of us, they want weed to be legal on Tuesday. It's a
Oh no,
process.
oh Drew. On the first day of school, high school stuff like that, a bunch of parents got mad at OW for taking cell phones and stuff like that. They talking about they took my kid's cell phone. I said, you do know the state of South Carolina created a law saying that they're banning cell phones in school
Hmm.
to the district. They
Yeah.
talking about no way. I said, yes, they did. They did. I said, you got to pay attention
Yeah.
to it. This don't
Yeah.
have nothing to do with your school or nothing like that. This has to
That's
do
the
with the
setup.
state. Yeah,
This
it's
is
a
a
setup.
law, state
Yeah,
law.
yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
but listen, that's a setup. That's all it
Yeah.
is setup.
yeah.
Because all these mass shootings and stuff like that, what do you think your kid gonna do? Call you? If they don't call you, they go in and then go on live or whatever. So that's what it is. They're trying to suppress that so they can't call no one or X Y Z. But
And then they can control the narrative.
there you
I
go.
told I told Mariah, I said, yo, look, if anything go wrong, call me. Don't worry about getting suspended. I got you. Don't worry about that. I said, if anything goes wrong, you pick up that phone, you call me. If they tell my your daughter gonna get suspended, man, fuck like F y'all.
But you
Yeah,
done
it's crazy now, man. There's all these school shootings, man. I can't imagine being in school and some shit pop off like that, bro. What the fuck, man?
Hmm.
I don't think I ain't worried about shit like that when I was in school, man.
Nah.
We didn't think about shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
The closest we had was on Columbine.
And that was after us.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Columbine was
way after
after.
us,
Yeah, that
man.
was way after us. That was more. That might have been in your time,
Yeah,
but we were
yeah.
all
right,
out. We was
right.
out of college by the time
Right.
Columbine
So I
happened.
can't imagine being in school and some shit like that pop off, man. What the What the hell going on, man?
Now, Drew, don't laugh at this. We did have a situation at my school. It was a white boy getting picked on all the time.
That'll do it.
Yo, he got picked on. Yo, he got picked on, and this dude was standing in front of the school just looking out and stuff like that. So somebody got a tip saying that he was gonna blow up the school. Man, they went to the dude house. They went to the dude house. The boy had pipe bombs and everything ready.
Damn.
So the people that was picking on him in school, they didn't come to school. They were scared. And I laughed. They talking about, why you laughing? I said, yeah, y'all pick on that boy. I said, yeah, y'all scared now. I said, yeah. Yeah, stop. Don't pick on him. I said, yeah, I said, damn, Lance about to blow this bitch up.
If he got on some old Chuck Taylors and some cargo pants and a long green jacket and some glasses, leave that motherfucker alone, man.
Some Spaldings that's leaning to the side.
You know the look. Y'all know the look.
Yeah. This man was wearing a trench coat.
Okay. Leave that motherfucker alone, man.
And Johnny,
bother that boy.
Johnny, so you can remember, with that situation, man, when God bless the dead, when Franklin Smalls heard something was going on and he got everybody in that gym. You remember that situation?
We was at the middle school, right? Campus A.
We was at the middle school. You was at the middle school,
Hold up. What happened? Now? Because I was there for that.
Yeah, when it was Michael Harvey and a couple other boys, and it was about to fight Mark Kelly and a couple other guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? And then Frank and Smalls came over to PA and said everybody come to the gym. So everybody, what's going on? And that's that thing, like things like that. Everything was in order. That man showed concern about the community. That's where we felt safe. Right. I mean, even though they were chasing us in the woods and we kissing girls and this and that and third, but still, we were being kids. We
had structure, man.
Exactly.
We had people that cared about us, bro.
Yeah. Our principal, our high school principal, y'all know that program on TV called Scared Straight, right?
Oh man, not now, man.
Our principal had real, prisoners,
Yeah, we used to do that in the same program. Yep.
Yeah, come to the school and tell their stories and stuff like that, and like all those kind of dogs, them kids were listening. They were like, "What?"
Somebody got some background noise, bro.
Daniel. Who's Daniel?
His mic is off. That's my cousin. His mic is off.
It's off now.
You can hear a pin drop because them kids was listening, and they had one dude came in there. He was what's that dude named Boondocks, the Booty Warrior and stuff like
that? Please, Johnson.
That man came in there. That man said, "Yeah." He said, "If you come to prison and stuff like that, you gonna be my date." He said, "You gonna be dating and stuff like that." I said, "Oh man, what?"
And a lot of them now don't care. They don't mind.
Hell no. Daniel, what's up, bro? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, Daniel.
That was a good. I was trying to get on the last convo y'all were talking about black people coming together.
Go ahead. What you got on it, man? Give us your thoughts, brother. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, my thing is, I think you're right. I mean, I was a city manager, so I can kind of speak on it. But sometimes black people don't want to come together, and it's hard to make them come together. That's why I think segregation was better.
I agree.
Work together.
I agree with brother.
Like what you will have, like we were doing, and I know my cousin Derek get tired of hearing this. We had a deal where we were bringing in a major distributor of goods, like $1 billion business, and I guess I kind of messed up because the baby boomers, they're like the worst black people to deal with. Because
Give
they
this
don't-
man a round of applause. Give this brother a round of applause.
They are
Brother
like the
Daniel, I
worst
stand up and give you a round of applause, my brother.
They are like the worst
Say-
ones. And I
Oh,
didn't
God.
give, and I had to think about it with Derek. I didn't give them something to do. Like all they had to do was let us work the deal. Like we
Mhm.
I don't want to say too much, but we, even though I'm in North Carolina, we use my contact with Senator Clyburn because he frat brothers with my daddy, and they were friends with Richard Burr. They were on the defense committee, and we were actually going to do a land swap deal that would have bought $1 billion. Well, it'd have been $1 billion business, and we were going to make 10% off of that. So that's been $10 million. And the fucking baby boomers blew it up. Like they blew
They
it up.
the worst, man.
They're
They
like
the
the
worst
fucking
generation.
worst. They the
They the most selfish generation, dog. They the most selfish fucking generation,
They are
dog.
the
I'm
fucking
telling you.
worst, man.
Oh, you
here's
see?
what-
Oh my
here's
God!
What they think. Here's what they think, and I agree
Dog.
with the other guy. They think because they marched and did all of that,
Yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
that we need to go to them. But actually, them marching and doing all they did, that
And
gave us access the way we didn't necessarily need them for advice because information was given to us already. But they feel like we need a damn genuflect and listen to their asses and give us information that doesn't fucking really matter in the bigger scheme.
Right. That's history. That's going. Them times ain't here no more.
That shit is really good. I mean, I love
that shit is gone.
But the shit you're talking about,
that shit is gone, bro.
I said, man, my mom was like, we were doing a real estate project, and
that shit is gone, man.
She asked the guy, said, well, I asked him 3 questions, and he thought this, that. And I'm like, Mama, that guy didn't think nothing about that. They don't give a shit about what you think. They don't care. They want to know, are you going to be easy to work with, and can we make this deal work? But what that generation did though, they had to work together, and that's what they do have. Whereas, I don't think we do it as much. I think we don't.
We don't do it as well.
We don't do it as well. We don't do it as well. Because I was just like, and we don't do a good job of communicating. Because I was like, hey, if y'all just sit back and shut the fuck up, you know, but you can't really say that to them. And they blew the project up, and you know what they got to say for that? So, because to them, making $10 million, that's unreal. But they'll argue over. But they'll argue down. They'll argue you down over $10.
But plus, most of them got their money, their retirement, they're financially secured. They ain't really worrying about making no waves with nothing because they're comfortable.
And that's messed up because I was telling Derek, they taught us to work hard. That's really bullshit. They need to teach you how to build wealth, but they don't know how to do it. And that was lost. That building wealth was lost when we desegregated. When we desegregated, because Mr. Price probably was a millionaire that lived in Walterboro and used to run that store and sell that 1-cent candy. Probably died. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that was what was lost. So our price, the cost, because everything in America has a cost. Our cost for integrating was losing wealth in our community. That's what we lost. You know, and that's what I like Dr. Umar, but he could be divisive. I like other people. So you gotta like, I may not agree with Derek, but I'm gonna ride with him. I'm ride with him. I'm like, Derek, I'm gonna ride with you. You know what I mean? That's the attitude they have. They might say, Trump, you fucked up, but I'm gonna ride with you. That's what they do. And that's what we do. But
what we're missing.
But to be back down in history, that's how Gullah people do. That's how we do. I'm originally from down there. I don't sound like it, but I'm from down there. But my people down there, like if you fought one of us, you fought us all.
Right now,
But when you get up to North Carolina and DC, it ain't like that. It ain't it is not like that. And I'm thinking culturally, we can probably do it, but like Derek said, you may have to start off small because you got to build that trust. Because what they do, they'll come in and get one person to break. Man, I'm dating this. Well, I'm not dating. I'm working with this white chick.
You dating her? No, you dating her? No, come on,
She
dog. You
said,
dating
Daddy,
her?
she said,
Don't
I'm
tell her
gonna
that.
tell you about white
Let
people.
me
Come on, man.
She said, well, hold up, y'all. I thought I said I was
What's
trying
in
to
your heart will come out your mouth.
I had right. I had a lot to say. So she was like, "What's crazy is it's so easy that y'all fight with one another. It's easy to break y'all up." She said that, and then ironically, I saw where a comedian said that. Some dude
Yeah,
named
it's
Godfrey
true.
said that. So
It's
if that's true, then we need to stop that shit. We need to stop.
Dog,
We start with
man, we've been doing
self.
this shit since we've been in
Right.
Jerusalem, dog.
But hey,
Come on, man.
there was a time in history, and I always talk about, and I wish I'd have known this growing up. But there was a
We've
time
been doing
in
this shit since we've been in Jerusalem.
Right, but they didn't fuck with us when we came over here and them Seminole Wars started.
Oh man,
they didn't fuck, and we stayed
them
as
Seminoles.
one.
Dog, what you know about them Seminole Indians? Them black Seminole Indians, boy.
Call us. That's what
That's
they call
us.
our ancestors.
That's
what
our
the Spanish
right.
call our ancestors.
Boy, them Seminoles
The
something
red
serious
Seminoles
now.
didn't come down until later. They didn't. They used us to establish the city of St. Augustine.
Yeah.
That is the oldest city in the United States. And we defended our ancestors. Everybody who's from the Low Country, you had probably an ancestor that went
in
down.
this. Yeah, for real now.
I'm just saying we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. But you're gonna have to learn that even when your brother does something wrong, you gotta ride with him. You gotta learn, and that's just you gotta learn.
You can correct him, but know how to correct him. You understand?
You just gotta
you know what's gonna come into interference with all of that.
Derek says to me, but you know what? I know he ain't saying it to hurt me. So
right, that's it. You got to understand where it comes from. That's a good one.
I like it, but I'm gonna ride with him, and that's what you gotta do, bro. But anyway, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, hey man, I hate to go, man, but I gotta get to bed because I gotta get up 3 o'clock in the morning, dog.
Yeah,
good conversation, man. But y'all brothers keep it going, man. And it's always nice chatting it up with my funky uncle partners, Daniel, Big Six, Kwamo, D. I'm gonna talk to y'all guys later. Y'all be safe, man, and have a good conversation, bro.
Hey, I catch you next week, bro. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right, man.
Absolutely. Y'all be safe, brothers.
No doubt.
And another thing. You remember when you know how they love to talk about laws can't get changed. Remember when the Black Panthers got their gun licenses, went up there, exercised their Second Amendment right?
Yep.
Ronald Reagan changed the law in how many days?
I don't know how they did it, but I remember they did it. I remember they put an amendment on there.
Yeah, they made an amendment.
Like, we got a bunch of Negroes. You know what I'm saying, on the step porch, they got their license. We can't do nothing. He said, we got to change this gun law. So, like, when it comes, like, that was, I believe that was the last time that we came together that something got changed. But it got changed. It got changed for the negative reasons.
Well, it's back on because it was a situation in Mississippi, and then Black Watch was down there. And everybody was suited, booted, AR, every handgun you name. And then, that situation, everybody know what he can and cannot do. I mean, since 45 took office, the first time, and, rile up these folks, these wonderful people around here, and everybody got guns on their hips and stuff like that. So I'm like, it don't make no sense because, you walk around Walmart trying to shop, and you got kids walking around, and then you see this individual with with their handguns on their side, and then got a uniform on, or they're not displaying no badges or whatsoever. They looking like these guys from Heckle and Jekyll. So you see these kids got this frightened face, frightened look on their face. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny, man. It's very funny, man. In 45 trying to cite a race war. Once a month or twice a month, those guys been marching down Broadway. I don't know if you guys ever been in Nashville, But Broadway is the hot spot, where everybody is at, on Broadway. Broadway is like, if you've been to Vegas, you've been to Times Square in New York, that's how Broadway is here in Nashville. And they had the guys marching down the road, the street. And then think about it, they're smart about it now because they learned from the previous people who was doing it and they lost their jobs the next day and this and that and the third. So now everybody wearing khaki pants, they're wearing black shirt. They got the what we call it, not the blue shiesty masks on, shades on, and the cap on. The long sleeves, so you can't identify them. But they come to find out, most of those guys are from Canada. Most of them guys are from, these small rural towns, and they, figure that they're trying to cite, riots and whatsoever. And then what pissed me off, we had these 5 black kids on the sidewalk, beating on the 5-gallon bucket. You know what I'm saying? People was giving them money, this and that and third. The kids ain't bothering nobody. They came and stopped bothering their kids. And then when me and Lori went out there, last weekend, and them kids was trying to set up there. The police officers, they was saying, no, you can't do it. And so, no, they get them kids, kids fine. But it's just that now, I don't know, when they did came back the last time, back up, they came down last time, so someone told them, so there was a bunch of blacks there. So they was protecting these guys, not protecting the blacks. You know what I'm saying? So I just, it makes sense. I mean, it was peaceful. Everybody was, saying the comments, hey, you need to go back where you came from, get out of our town. And it was a lot of wonderful people who in this area that who were supporting, the black people during that time because, we don't need that. That's what they want. They were shocked like when the Manual 9, that situation in Charleston, they wanted to cite a race war. You know what I mean?
I said that time and time again. I said I think they had the National Guard on standby expecting something.
Close.
That's how
it happened, though.
And then somebody asked me talking about why you don't like 45? You like because he's the president. I said no, I don't like him because of the situation when it happened to the Central Park 5. I remember that situation.
That's one of the reasons I don't like him.
Yeah,
that and the USFL.
I say now, oh damn, dude, hold on that one. I said, all right now, when them boys got cleared of all the charges, they asked him again, and he still labeled them as criminals. I said now, I try to tell people, I said he only messed with famous black men. I said if you got money, he gonna mess with you. I said he ain't gonna mess with no average black person and stuff like that. Nah, that's believing. If you don't have money, he's not gonna mess with you. And I try to tell you something, man. He got Lil Wayne out. I said Lil Wayne got money. And he said rappers got money. I said them boys got money. I said that's the only reason why. I said he said out himself when Brittany Garner was in Russia. He said I'm not gonna get her out. I said okay.
I don't know if I would have got her out though.
I wouldn't.
I ain't go. I think I talked to Derek about that. I wouldn't have got her out.
I wouldn't got her out because at the same time she been in Russia for like 7 to 8 years. I think she was just a casualty of war.
I put it like this. That's really hypocritical for someone who claims to be such a patriot.
Yeah, I'll say this about Trump. In the way you're right and the way you're wrong. He does look out for blacks with money. That's where you're right.
The 1%.
He will look out for blacks that don't have money, but you have to come together as a unit. So the town I ran was Princeville, and he gave us $5 million. Now, grant you, that's not a lot of money for a town because they'll spend that on fixing roads. But he just flooded, and he had given us money, but yet it was a Democratic governor that stopped us from getting that money. So my thing is this, and I may piss a lot of people off, but we need to go for the highest bidder. You need to promise us something and then deliver.
You got to put it in writing.
and then deliver. Like the Republicans, when I would write grants, they were trying to buy our black town votes. That's why they would give us the money. And the Democrats just think we should do it. Well, we know they call y'all coons, and yeah, that's not right. And we know they call you coons, but you're not giving anything for our community other than maybe a community center or putting this stuff for a park. You're not bringing in jobs. You're not bringing in any industry. You're not, and if you are, you're destabilizing our community, gentrifying it, and bringing in people that don't look like us. So my thing is, you need to pay us or do something for us as a community. Now, us as a community, we got to get together and figure out what the drug deal is. Like, what do we want as a group, and what are we gonna do? But I'm just saying we can do it. But like I said, we just got to get out of our own way. If we can get out of our own way, we can do it. But we got to come together as a unit. See, the Mexicans come together as a unit. The gays and the faggots, the homosexuals, they come together as a unit. That's why they displaced the straight African male in the Democratic Party. Like, if you straight like me, and I ain't gonna say I'm alpha, but I just ain't no punk. If you just like me, they don't like me. But they'll take somebody who's smooth, or they'll take somebody who's a little bit quiet, or they got a little bit, what they call it there, soft skills. Somebody with some soft skills. They'll work with them, but they may not be trying to work with me. But I'm saying the very same thing that guy is. I don't need to be polished for you to help me, because I'm helping you and I'm not polished. So that's what we need to. That's what we need to do. We seriously got to get together and figure it out. And I like what my guy said too. Yeah, people who go to college think they know everything, and they don't. Your degree is just in that field. So I may have a master's in public administration, but if you're a mechanic, I can't tell you how to fix the car because I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, you got some.
You need a mechanic, because if you don't have the mechanic, your ass walking. So there's nothing. There is no function more important than the other, because if you run a society right, it all runs off of everybody. It runs off of everybody, and that's what we lost. I think in segregation, we lost the mechanic, we lost the grocery store guy, we lost the drugstore guy who controlled the freaking drugs. We lost all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta. That's what we gotta do. That's how we gotta. And I think we can do it, bro. Because I think once you start the movement, because I don't think Kamala Harris is gonna win. Because I think a lot of us, especially straight males, just ain't gonna vote. And they don't. And for the Democrats to win, they got to carry everybody, and they not gonna carry everybody because they're catering to the females, the faggots, that's who they catering to. That's who they catering to.
So you think 45 gonna do better?
Yeah, because Democrats have to get everybody. When Obama won, he got everybody.
Yeah, but
he got the white female vote. The hierarchy in America was explained to me. It's white men, black women, black men, white women. That's the hierarchy. And
you had to keep this in mind, though, Danny. You had to keep this in mind. 45 was in already, and it was his people that wanted him out.
No, don't get me wrong. That's why I'm literally not worrying about him trying to take over. If they take over, Delta Force is gonna lay his ass out. And they're gonna make it look like some terrorist or some car wreck.
Let me tell you about 45. 45 got elected as president. He always saw himself as a king. He got a taste of that presidential power, in which he didn't use the power as he should have used it. But once he realized that how much power he has as a president, he said, "Oh, I want that back." So I'm gonna tell you like this: if he get reelected, the Constitution and all that junk, it's out the window. All that out the window. So it's it's like this. So it's like he gonna get in. He gonna make. I'll put it like this: before he pass away, he gonna make sure his friends gonna look good and stuff like that, because he came up with the tax plan, and people get mad at Biden talking about, "Oh, my taxes." Biden didn't make that tax plan. It's a 10-year tax plan. So guess what? Whoever becomes president this year, they get a new tax plan. So if he comes, you know what I'm saying, if he comes together, he's going to create another tax plan. And I'm in the home, I'm in the middle class. That tax plan didn't do nothing for me.
I'm in the poor class.
They're never going to do anything for the middle class because this is how it works. This is how it works. The poor don't have the money to spend, and the rich don't want to give you their money. So they're going to always tax the middle class. That's why it behooves you to get out of the middle class because they're gonna always tax you. The poor don't have the money to pay you. So my thing is, I think you're right. I mean, I think you're right about I know you're right about the taxes. Like, it wasn't anything Trump did to make the government go. Obama stabilized the government, and it took him 8 years for the damn thing to really stabilize. And then the way our government is set up, so then once you pull the car out of the ditch, then America got a progressive president, whether you like him or not, that was pro-business. So it was already, the car had already been driven out of the ditch, fixed up, cleaned up, and then you got somebody, all they had to do was mash the gas. And that's what Trump did. He mashed the gas and it made money. And it's still relatively doing well, making money, because real estate, basically the wealth shift changed. It came out of Wall Street and now it's gone into real estate. So the wealth or how the economy is controlled is not controlled through the stock market. The stock market crashing like hell, but ain't nobody noticing it because everybody had moved. Yeah, it's man. I dabble in penny stock, so I put $25 down. Man, I'm down to like $7, $8. I'm losing money. So imagine somebody with real money, they getting killed in that thing. So but I don't think they're gonna let him take over. I think something will happen to him first. They'll kill that dude first. Because there's too many white people that love their freedom because they experience a level of freedom that we haven't yet. And I'm looking to do it. But they have a level of freedom that you can't even really comprehend, man. Like, look at that guy. Jeffrey Epstein had everybody in the world on that island.
But
he got killed in prison. He got killed in prison and nothing happened to him. That's a level of freedom that you might
But 45 got 3 Supreme Justice Court judges in his pocket.
Yeah, that's what they and if the Democrats were more aggressive, we could have done it. But we always negotiating.
No, I say this about the Democrats. If old girl, God bless her dead, what's her name, Ruth or whatever, when Obama went to her and said, "Yo, you need to retire," if she would have retired, the court would have been equal. So she didn't retire. You know what I'm saying? Obama had a pick in January, and Mitch McConnell talking about, no, it's close to election year and stuff like that. All right, cool. So when Trump had another pick close to election year, they're talking about, we got to get this done for the country. So when Biden had a pick, they're talking about, no. I said, no. If I'm the Democrat, I'm like, yo, y'all need to be aggressive. It's like, yo, if you win the election, get rid of them. Get rid of the 3 judges. Put some 3 judges in, and go ahead and do your thing. And let the Republicans expand the court, and that way you can look at it and say, oh, they want to damn take over the country.
Well, I mean, you can do that. That's one way to look at it, but
they control everything because they pretty much say the states got the right to control everything. They pretty much gave that power away. So like anything that the state do, it's like, yeah, the states have the power to do that. So like I say, I don't like when it comes to the Supreme Court, they compromise. It's like get rid of all of them and you know what I'm saying, get new people in them.
Yeah, I mean,
some people stay too long.
You can look at that, but I mean, that's like fighting a war you kind of already lost.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You kind of they outmaneuvered you on that. So my thing is I would use the same tactics that they use with President Obama. They said, well, we're gonna stop you in the Senate. Like, what was that real racist white guy McConnell? He said,
Yeah.
make sure.
Mitch.
Yeah, he said we're gonna make
Mitch
sure Obama doesn't get anything done.
Yeah.
Like, and he thought he could say that. He thought he could say that and get away with it. But white people had progressed past that. I mean, what the hell are you talking about?
And then he got a Filipino wife. Yeah, okay.
Well, I think he got a black granddaughter or something like that. But maybe anyway, but it's kind of ingrained in them. But like I said, I think the Republican Party's changing because the Democratic Party's changing. I think because like I said, we do stuff for we did stuff for the Asian laws. We did stuff that, do you know there is a treaty that the government wrote with the Gullah Seminoles in Florida? It's a treaty, and it was up here in the library in the Duke Library. Oh, I forgot the name of the library. Perkins Library. But now that thing is missing. And basically that would basically give you reparations. See, the reason why they say maybe the Indians were given it because they had treaties. And maybe the reason why the Asian Americans got it is because, well, they actually had camps similar to where they put the Jews. It was documented. Well, there's actually a treaty that John Horse and them negotiated. It's a treaty.
So that's
I know. I've seen the box. I've pulled the box and pulled out all the letters, all the written information. I pulled it out. So I'm like, you have to hold the Democratic Party accountable. They can't just say, "Yeah, we feel bad because they call you niggas." You can't just say that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just have empathy for me. You gotta help me.
Hey guys, I'm gonna pause on that one. I gotta get up at 1:45. So it's nice talking to y'all. I will get with you next week, same time, same bat station.
All right.
I got one for y'all. Okay, in South Carolina, Henry McMaster said he's not gonna make medical marijuana legal. He said it out of his mouth and stuff like that. I know Drew done seen it, whatever. Now they're trying to make liquor stores be able to sell liquor on Sundays in different counties, but South Carolina is ranked number 4 in DUIs. Please tell me how that makes sense.
Say that again.
Which part you
Start
you
from the
didn't
beginning.
hear?
Start from the beginning.
All right. Okay, all right. South Carolina did not approve medical marijuana by Henry McMaster. Remember that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So South Carolina trying to make liquor stores be able to sell liquor on Sundays by the county. But South Carolina is ranked number 4 in the United States in DUI.
Right.
Make it make sense.
Oh, we've been high for years. We've been high on the list for years. But see, here's the thing, though. And now let's take a look at how a lot of these things operate. We're ranked high on DUI. Where does that put them? In jail. What do they do in jail? They get free labor, and they also get extra money from the government.
No, Drew, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I got
they do.
Drew, when I got that situation, them DUI dudes, them boys left out the next day and say they were drinking.
Yeah, that's because they know they're coming back. Josh, what you the what they call it, recidivism?
Yeah.
Recidivism, they know that, okay, we gonna get this money out of you or for you. Because they know that the more times you get it, when you had to go in, you're gonna do some time. And when you do that time, they are getting paid for you. These jails are getting paid for the inmates. You That is another multi-billion-dollar industry in this country.
And did you know?
Jails.
And did you know that South Carolina get paid $4,000 per meal that you in jail?
That's a lot. What for the month? Per month?
$4,000 per meal per inmate per
Yeah,
jail.
I think that's for the month. I think per for
Yeah.
all the meals for the month. Yeah. So you think about how many people are in these jails. Well, each state, each institution is getting paid for meals. And then they get paid for the electricity. They get paid by the inmate. They have these numbers put together. I remember reading somewhere once that in federal prisons, the prison itself gets $1,200 a month per inmate.
Oh, yeah.
$1,200 per month. So if you have 500 inmates in that prison, and that's a small prison if it has 500 or 600 in the federal. So that's $500,000 that you're making per month. You're
But
not paying all the CEOs and all that much money per month.
but how
You're
much?
not paying, huh?
But Drew, how much is the top people getting that money that they don't report?
They don't
Oh
report
no,
the shareholders.
no,
You don't report the shareholders because some of those prisons are privately held, so they don't
right,
report those. They don't report that. That's a
right,
$1 billion industry. Plus they making
billion,
product. Plus they making
right.
product. So not only they making money off the inmates, they making money off whatever the inmates produce, and they not having to pay them nothing. So
The most these guys are making in some of these federal prisons is like 300, 330, maybe max 350 a month. A
a
month.
month,
A month. And
a
think about
month.
if they are working in these mini factories there for the government, imagine what the government is selling these products for.
Right, and think about it, even if they're making license plates, the prisons are not giving the license plates to the states. The states are
They are selling
buying
them.
the license. Right,
Right. Right.
they're
So you're
not
making money
distributing them.
twice off
See,
of
we as black
these
people, a
guys.
lot of people give. Man, ain't nothing free in America. Like my daddy said, if they could cut your air off and not kill you and charge you for it, they would do it. But
Yeah, that's what taxes are
ain't
basically.
nobody figured that out yet.
That's basically what taxes are.
Yeah,
They charging you to breathe.
yeah, basically. Yeah, because what are they really doing? That's I never thought about that. That's really probably.
So, all in all, it's one big scam. And we as a people, we are probably the only group that as a whole haven't found a way to come together to get our piece of the pie.
Haven't figured it out. Yeah.
I mean, we figured it out. Some of us have figured it out, but figuring it out and applying it to the point where we can get, I could even say, even if I say the majority is 50.1%, that would be amazing. But we can't even get 20 to 30%.
Yeah. If we could just
because living free, and when I say living free, I mean living by your own rules has become paramount to most of society now. Oh, you can't tell me I can say what I want to say, I can do what I want to do. However, you have to know the rules to the game. A lot of people want to we all know how to play spades. If you go into somebody else's house and it's normally house rules. Some people don't play with jokers. Some people don't know how to play without jokers. Some people don't know how to play with jokers. You know what I'm saying? If you go in a spot, you might survive for a little while. You might get lucky and get a couple good hands enough to win a game. But on average, if you can't play by house rules, you're gonna lose. And that's what we're doing. We don't want to play by house rules. We want to play by the rules. It's easier for us.
And then with my situation, right? Like I got in trouble and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to adjust and stuff like that. And I'm trying to teach younger people, you know what I'm saying? They was like they thought they was up there complaining about dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they complain about the judge, they complain about the lawyer, stuff like that. I said, yo, I said, you don't like this judge, go ahead, vote him out. And they're talking about, so what you mean? I said, do you have your voting rights? She said, yeah. I said, vote the judge out. You don't like the judge, vote him out and stuff like that. I said, man, come on, man. You say, don't complain about the situation. Try to help the situation. Now, the thing that blew my mind was when the you know what I'm saying, I found out that correctional officers make $200 off of the profit that the big dudes make. I said, oh goddamn, no,
I'm telling you, Josh, you have no idea the money. I'm gonna tell you what to do. When we get off of here, I want you to go and just find any federal prison, and look at how many inmates they have. Just look at how many inmates they have, and just multiply that by 1,200 per month. It's either 12 or 16, one or the other. I'm gonna go with the lower one, 12.
and
$1,200 per month, and then think about how much money that prison is making, and how much you got to think of how much they're probably paying the COs. You know, the COs, they might be getting what, 5, 6, 7 grand a month, depending on the security level of the prison.
and
That's
then
who's gonna get paid more.
and then your name Daniel, right?
Yes.
Okay, you say you on the city council or something like that.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, so you already know about the local laws and stuff like that. Am I right?
Yeah, from North Carolina.
Damn, you in North Carolina, so
Yeah.
now, would you agree that okay, if black people just come together on the local stuff, you know, it's the school board members, sheriff, the judges, the lawyers, the coroner, the whatever, that's the progress, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, if they work together, because you have a lot of these people, they'll take over the town, but they don't work together. They don't
They got
work together. They
they
gotta
got
work.
they got connections with the big dogs.
You know, they have to work together. Because what happens, you have a lot of people take over towns and then they'll run it like a church because that's all they know to do. And they doing social
God,
programs. And now you keep doing that and you kill the economy because you're not doing anything to promote business. That's the main problem when black folks take over the town. They don't let they
yeah,
want to make up for the world, especially because it's usually the older group. They want to say, well, I didn't get a chance to go to the park and play, so they put all this money in the park and spend all this money in the park, but you didn't do anything to increase business on the business district, and you
cause
got
like
it takes all of that.
cause like okay, with the wonderful people, the Jews, the Mexicans, and the other groups, if they get in a position, they gonna look out for their people.
Yeah,
We get in a position, we wanna be what's my boy name on Lean on Me, the head nigga in charge.
Oh, Joe
We want
Clark.
Joe Clark.
yeah, yeah, we wanna be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if somebody give us advice and stuff like that, if we don't want to take advice, it's like, nah, I'm gonna do this. It's like,
Oh shoot, we got HD on there. Hold on, let me add HD up there. Light bright.
oh,
Yeah.
light
Yo,
bright,
brother.
What's
light
going on,
bright,
bruh?
light bright.
Oh,
Yo, what's
Howard
up?
Hewitt up in here about to make another album. Go ahead, bruh. But
Yeah,
Josh,
man.
Josh, to your point though, I would say that when we get those positions, I think that a lot of times the power that we share, we may share with the wrong people because we're sharing for the wrong reason.
Yep.
You know, we can't just give it because of, let's say, like nepotism. We can't say my homeboy can do this job right here. Is your homeboy really qualified to do the job? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's more of we need to put qualified people that look like us in this position, as opposed to just putting people that look like us in these
Yeah,
positions.
that's a big deal.
Because you don't like Danny was saying earlier, you don't want to put someone who doesn't know anything about mechanic work under your hood. So
True.
we do have people that that can fill these positions, but too many times we have a lot of us who will not like that person for whatever reason. We can't go by what we like. We need to go by who's going to get the results that we want and need. Need first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Need first and
Need
want
first.
second. The needs always should always outweigh the wants. But in our mindset, heavily, the need to be right, the need to be in charge, the need, whatever need it is, that's what outweighs the betterment of us all. You can't have someone who's just looking out for the smaller group when they are in charge of the larger group. That's the problem we have with politicians now. So when we come into power, we cannot replicate what they do because we see the end result of that. And too many times that's what we do. We follow the leader to the point of destruction, even though we initially had a better motive for doing it. But for whatever reason, leadership is not always as easy as some people think when it comes to the actions. It's easy to be placed at the top, but can you is your head and your neck heavy enough to wear the crown?
Heavy is the head that wears the crown, man.
Heavy is the head because there is a lot that goes into it, and people underneath who've never reached any point of serious leadership of a group don't understand. And even to take it a little farther than that, those that have never had any success in being a leader don't understand. Even if you put somebody in front, oh, I used to be the manager, such and such, such, but what were your results?
And
And if you
then
did not get results, what was the reason you did not get results? Do you see your mistakes, or was somebody holding you back? There's so many factors to look into, but most of us want things to be extremely simple. We look at things with a simplistic vision because that's what we are taught to do.
and then most, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to leadership, most people don't want it. It be the people that don't want it because they know what the what's going to go on, stuff like that. So when somebody asks them a question like, what would you do? It's like, yo, you want to hear the truth or you want me to bullshit you? You know what I'm saying? If you want the truth, I'm going to give you the truth. But if you want me to bullshit you, I'm going to let you know.
But see, anybody who's really been in that position is going to know that if you give me a simple scenario, I'm going to need various details because that person that's been in that position enough knows that it's not as simple as just asking, a little question, one question. We want to know, well, if you wanted to make more money, how do you do it? Okay, what type of staff do I have? What type of options do I have? What type of backing do I have? If you're in a business, how many hours are we open? What community are we serving? What community are we located in? So we don't you don't look at it as just, oh, this is an easy answer. This is what I would do. If you don't know that there are many other factors that goes into it, like we have a couple ladies that work with me, and they think they know what's best for the business, and they have no idea what it takes to run a business. They think it's, oh, I think it should be this, but we're not doing it for you. We're doing this for the customers. Your satisfaction is really irrelevant. It's the customer satisfaction that's paramount. That's what we're looking for. So
That's,
the more
that's,
you get into it, the more you understand.
that's like Light Bright. Remember he gave us that advice a while ago and said, when you log on your phone and you
Oh
doing
yeah,
this, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like log on your internet, but turn your data off.
Yeah, and then
Nah,
you're running
nah.
straight from the you're running straight from the Wi-Fi instead of you being confused, the phone confusing it with your data. Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I used to do the save data back in the
He,
days.
he saved me. He saved me a couple $100 and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I say, yo, you say what? You call me? Nah. I'm on my data. I'm on my internet.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what?
So
That's funny you say that because a lot of people, speaking about leadership, a lot of people may be in positions like you said, Drew,
Hmm.
and them being in position, just like you said, doesn't mean necessarily they were a leader. What were your results, like you said?
Right.
And I'm a person. I may not have been in that position for the remainder of my years, or even for the majority of the years that I was at a company for 23 years. But I was a leader in that company. I was a leader with the technicians that looked up to me, as opposed to the people who were supposedly in leadership. And with having to be in the leadership, you have to first of all understand what your why is. See, for a lot of reasons, growing up, I never felt confident. It wasn't until I got older enough to understand what my why was. How do I affect people? And you don't get to know that until so many people start to tell you who you are. Now, if you're not humble about yourself, you could egotistically always, be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever. Yeah, you can say what you want, but it's the people that select you. It's the people that tell you who you are. That when you look back and you say to yourself, wow, a lot of people are starting to tell me that maybe a part of that is true, and I have to accept that as valid. And my why is always looking out for people. And just like Josh was saying, saving you some money, man, I do that on the norm. I'm saving people money now, just with these super bikes. And people are gonna always be skeptical about everything, no matter who it is, no matter who you know. They're always skeptical about something that's new on the market. But when they understand my why, they know I will never sit up here and place people in positions where they're gonna be out. Else I never would have been a sales position if it had been that. But now that I'm doing it, so many people they're paying 300 some odd dollars every month. You pay $300, $350 one time, and you got cable for life, man. And
Right.
it's totally legit. That's what I'm talking about. That is my why. That's always been my why, to save people money, to help people out, and continue doing good works like that.
You
I
see this joke
paid
over here biting me?
I paid
Huh?
58.
You
I
see this
paid
joke over here biting me? This cat biting me and fighting me?
Oh, this cat?
AZ. I paid $60 a month on internet through Spectrum. I get let me see. I think I get about 89 MP right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I tell Michaela, Mariah, and my wife, put your junk on Wi-Fi, turn your data off, and stuff like that. It worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watching TV, if you're not watching TV, turn that shit off.
Yeah. Huh? That's why I say, anybody that has TV or has streaming, you might as well get a box and just have only internet with your cable service provider.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just pay the internet. Get you a super box or whatever the case. You have TV for life. You only pay for the box once, and the only thing you pay for forever is the internet. That's the only thing that's gonna go up for you from any other cable company, depending on where you getting your cable company internet from.
And then once a month, I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go into detail. Once a month, I got my Fire Stick. It's jailbreak. So if a movie come out, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go ahead and watch it real quick and cut it off.
Josh, you see your boy over here, right?
Yeah,
You
I see my
see,
yeah, I see my boy. I see my boy.
Kitty, kitty.
right. Look at
But
him,
then,
ready to bite me.
we were talking about
Your
leadership, right?
claws. Your
All right,
claws.
Drew. We were talking about leadership. All right. my first experience with leadership, I was working at Wendy's. I only been there for like 2 months. I only been there 2 months, did my job and stuff like that. And the general manager was like, "Oh, I need you to go meet with the district manager and wherever, so you can take a manager application and stuff like that." I said, "For what?" He said, "Because you know how the control the workers and stuff like that." And you know what I'm saying? I said, "How much they gonna pay?" He talking about, it was in 2008. He was like $16 an hour. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll go take it." And he was like, "Go ahead and talk to him and stuff like that." And then I thought about it. I said, "I don't want this jump because at the end of the day, I said if one of these damn employees said Josh, I don't like Josh, I get fired." So I blew the interview. You know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And then when they came back, he said, "Man, I thought you were gonna get interviewed." And I was looking at him like, "All right, cool." You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I said, "Nah, I don't want that." I said, "I want to be friend. I want to be friends with my employees. I want to control what I control because my whole thing is, no, I don't want that because once you become a certain position, it's more responsibilities and stuff like that." I said, "No, I don't want that."
What you doing, Drew?
I'm fighting him. He fighting me, and I'm fighting him back. He's swinging at me. I'm over here. You see me? I'm over here fighting him, and he's sitting there talking about skibbity pap, skibbity pap. Yes, you.
And
Oh
then
man, you crazy, man.
I'm sending him to you. I'm gonna let him go up there and build up some of that winter weight with you.
Oh,
Hey,
what? Ain't no
God.
way to wait.
When they get
You
cold,
you'd be
they
surprised,
pick up
man.
extra.
I mean, this climate is different, man. Global warming is real. I'm telling you.
Well,
oh
I'm
We
sitting
get
up there
man,
with
we we,
Josh then.
we get like the same sort of temperatures y'all get, man. It's still warm out here.
Yeah, somebody
My
was telling me, one of the guests was telling me that.
yeah, right now it's 70 degrees, and it's 9 o'clock.
man, Texas is getting snow. New York is getting more hurricanes than South Carolina. So yeah,
What
And
in the
that's because of
world?
that change, man. I'm telling you.
It's
These snow
76
caps are
here.
starting to melt. The snow caps are starting to melt. So it's been like that. It's been going like that for years.
and I try to tell. It's like this when it comes to South Carolina, North Carolina, and I'm saying Virginia. We due for a hurricane. We due for a major hurricane. It's gonna come. I don't know when, but it's gonna come. Cause when it comes to South Carolina, we ain't had no major hurricanes since Hurricane Hugo. But it's gonna come.
Mm.
Would you get away from me? Would you go sit down somewhere? Somewhere. It's your food is out there.
That cat.
Jeez. Look at it. You see what I gotta deal with?
Yep, and
Out
you love
all
it.
day.
You love
Out
it
all
too.
day. Look at he ready to swing now. His ears are back. He wants to play now.
That's good to have a frisky cat.
Nah, I had two cats. I had an orange cat and I had a black cat. The black cat broke two TVs and they got evicted.
You
Yo,
got
I was
Vicky.
yo, I put them outside. I say, yo, I'll feed y'all. I'll make sure y'all have, you know what I'm saying, y'all can go on the back porch and you know what I'm saying, y'all can sit down and chill. But no, y'all can't come in the house. I say the black cat done broke two TVs. The brown cat was looking at me like, what I do?
What I do, man?
Joker here.
The
Fighting me
good
and all
got
types of Canada. Lord have mercy. I tell you. I tell you. Well, we about to run up on 10 o'clock. We gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. But I appreciate everybody that came on tonight. You know, we had G in the house. We had Circle K. My cousin Danny came through tonight. If you guys want to catch it from the beginning, I did play one of the songs off my Pops album to start the show off. It's going to be on Facebook and it's going to be on YouTube. That's how we
Hold
doing
on,
it.
y'all first cousins?
No, we're actually second cousin. He's my age. Well, he's a year younger than me, but he's my mom's first cousin.
Man, that man a comedian, man. That man was on it, bro.
we grew up together like brothers. That's why he's like, we cannot agree, but we still riding for each other. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, man.
Yeah, so he didn't call you Drew. He said Derek. I said,
right.
Damn.
He know the government. You know what I mean? Government. Yeah, man. He's something else. He's something else. That's my dog, though. I wouldn't trade him for $20 million.
I caught it early. I was out here doing installs, man. I wish I would have caught it earlier.
Hey,
Man.
like I said, it's gonna be on Facebook and it's gonna be on. I got it now. We're streaming, and it's always going to be up. So at any time, if anybody want to go check it out, they can. So we just want to get the viewership up. We want to get participation higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're gonna have to get into some controversial topics, and then we'll really be buzzing in. But until then, we wanna have some substance as well. We definitely don't want to be one of those groups that is just the same thing as everybody else every week, same thing. Yeah. Nah, we gonna get into some of the male female thing. Right. We'll get into some of the male female dynamic. We'll get into some of the community dynamic like we did earlier today. We got some guests that we're trying to work on getting in, some people that you be like, what? How they get them? But maybe you listen to it. When you go back through the show, you'll see that Kwame's working on his photography business now. So you'll hear him talking about that. If you follow him, you'll see some of the pictures that he's done with Lori.
Yeah,
So,
it's the Kwame. He was doing his little thing, but when we started talking about something else, that's when it got real.
It's just scratch me. I'm gonna get another cat. I'm gonna get a whole nother cat. I got a kitten waiting right now.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, then I had 2 cats. I don't think he's gonna be happy about that though. I fear for the life of any kitten that I bring here. I think he's very territorial. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, brothers, I will talk to you guys next week. We are definitely going to chop it up. I have some topics that I already have written down. And once again,
when football season starts, you ain't want to think about having a post game show after the game.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. We can get on here after that. You know what I'm saying? After the games on Sunday sometimes. That'd be kind of dope. We get on here, we see what
that would be ideal actually on a Sunday, especially when football season is just starting.
Especially like I would say right before the 9 o'clock game or the 8 o'clock game, we get on about 7. We can talk trash for about an hour, and then boom, some people will fall off to watch the game. Some people watch the game and stay on or whatever. And the crazy thing about that is we don't even have to record that. We can just be on. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to record it for everybody because if we get sports talk in here, it's gonna be off the chain. They'll shut us down, especially Facebook.
Yeah.
Look at this joke over here. You trying to use my phone? Who you calling? Your woman sleep. Kids are asleep. Go to bed. He is all over my phone right now, like saying you can't get this, bro. And I know if I reach over there, he gonna try to swat me up. Want to fight? Look, he's doing this right now. Want to fight? Knuckle up, monkey. Knuckle up. But all right, fellas, I'll catch y'all next week. Y'all have a good one. It's always good talking to you. I'll send the link.
Yes, sir.
I need to start sending the link earlier. And y'all have a good one. We gonna salute and we're gonna get on up out of here. Look, Monkey, you want to say bye, Monkey? You want to say bye? You want to say bye? All right.
All right, bro.
All right.